Hey folks, it's Gail from Seattle Coffee Gear, and I am doing a comparison of what some people might say the odd couple. I don't agree, and I'm going to explain why. I have the Avante super automatic from Seiko, and I also have the Oracle Touch from Breville, the latest in the Oracle series. Why are we comparing these two? Breville is actually positioning this machine to be somewhat of a super automatic. Which the Saeco is. Why is it a super automatic? Well, it's got a touch screen, it's got drinks that you can choose and do it automatically, just like the Avante does, or any super automatic. The only real difference is the way it does the foam, and the fact that you have to do the ground coffee over here automatically, and then it tamps and everything and put it over here. Other than that, it's very much like a super automatic. It's got a grinder built in, it's got a water reservoir, it's got programmability. It can come on in the morning for you, go off after so many hours, whatever you choose, up to 8 hours. So, in a lot of ways, it's like a super automatic. Programmable again in here. You can program all these drinks. You can have this come on in the morning, go off. Automatic milk right here. And the only thing that this has, that this doesn't, well, there's a couple of things, differences. This has an app. You can actually, on your phone, and here's the app on my phone, you can actually program the drink and you can change it on the fly, and now if I push brew over here, it's going to make that drink. Is that a big deal? Only you know. You need to decide on that one, I don't know. So, that's one of the big differences. So the Seiko has a water tank right up in here, which is about 57.5 ounces. I'm just going to do a little short comparison. Bean hopper right back here, which on the Avante, it also comes with 2 bean hoppers. So if you want decaf up here at night or something other than what's already in the bean hopper, it's gonna have to crunch the bean to get it out. Anyway, you know the idea. It comes out of there. And this gate valve goes across. If there happens to be a bean in there, you have to actually slice that bean. The bean hopper on this also comes out just by going like this. And you can change the beans in there. So that's very similar as well. There's lots of things that are similar. Bypass doser on the Seiko Super Automatic is right here. You can use 1 scoop of pre-ground coffee, and a scoop is about a tablespoon, just so that you don't overdo it. This machine has the automatic milk. It does not have a steam arm. You can only use the automatic milk. It has a brew unit and all that kind of stuff on the inside. So instead of having a portafilter like this is the drip tray and the grounds bin. It actually has a brew unit that does the same thing as this, only the quality is a little bit different. I'll explain that. What I mean by that. Compact. This machine actually is very narrow. It's a little bit deep, but it's narrow, and really depth in a countertop is not a big issue because all countertops are 25 inches deep. So if you go out one way or the other a little bit, you're only sacrificing a little bit in the front or the back. That's not a big deal. The width and the height seems to be more of an issue for most people. So, double spouts on this bad boy right here. This comes out, whatever milk is not used, is not hot, back in the fridge. And then every few days you probably want to wash it out. And when that's not in place, there's a little cover that goes on here, upside down. Goes like that. Spouts come off if you have an extra tall cup that you want to be have under there, and then it's going to come out of just one hole. Whoop, fling a little milk or a little water around here. Nice casing, you can see. It's a nice looking machine. I like it. Let's go over to the Oracle now. Water tank is in the back of this machine, and how do you get at it? You can fill it from right here. It's not a big deal. Sight tube right here so that you can see how much water is in there. It's actually lit. You want to get to the back of the machine to get that tank out of there. Pull the drip tray out. And while we're in here, there's a little bin for all your accessories. This machine right now is pretty much nailed to the countertop. You want to move it around? take this lever right here, turn it. You see the machine goes up slightly. It goes up onto a roller bearing kind of a thing, roller ball. Now, let's swing it the other way. What we got it going on for cord here? There it is. There's the water tank. 84 ounces. It's a swimming pool. Now, you've got it back in position. Take this so it goes back down onto its feet. All done. That's the water tank. Bean hopper, I already showed you right up here. They're both about the same. This is about 9.5 ounces of beans in. I don't have the statistics on this, but visually, I'm going to say they're about the same. Not a big deal. The casing on this is a little bit wider, obviously, and the height is sometimes an issue. This is almost 18 inches tall. It's 17 3/4. So measure your countertops or your height underneath your cabinets before you purchase this machine. This is easily going to fit under there. Not a big deal. Menu. You have all of these drinks that you can program. It has more drinks to be programmed than the Avante, actually. Not a lot more, but a few more. And then you can customize a drink right there. So what is the big difference between these machines? This right here, the portafilter. This is more of a traditional way of making coffee from more of a manual machine or a semi-automatic. You put this over here, engage it, it will grind. All you do is move it over here, put it in, push the button you want for what you've programmed for the drink, and it will make it. And also the milk is automatic as well. You can't, this is automatic, this is automatic. It has a sensor down here, and you can program the temperature and the amount of foam that you want. So you just put your cup under there, push the button, it does it automatically for you. All you have to do is wipe it off with a clean rag, wet rag, and then push it down like this, and it will purge and clean itself out of the tip. So what I'd like to do is just demo a quick drink. So I'm going to get some milk and show you just what the difference would be between these two machines, the end result. Okay? I'll be back in just a minute. So now we're ready to make a drink to do a little comparison between these. So I am going to make a latte macchiato is what they call it. You have to make sure that this lever, if it's like this, you're not going to get any foamed milk. So make sure you have this over like this. And then you'll get to hear the volume of the grinder noise and stuff like that. You'll get to see how long it takes too. I took this one back to the factory default setting, just so that I'm using their recommended. Pre-infusion, wait time, and then brew. You are not going to make latte art with this foam, nor do you have the capability of doing a pour with it. So you'd have to make milk and then pour it, and it's not latte art quality foam that you're going to get, even if you brewed it down into a pitcher. All right. There's the drink. You can see. The foam is not, like I said, it's not going to be the same quality as a latte art or something you're going to get on a traditional steam arm. It's hot. I can't say that it's, the foam isn't real milky rich, like cream. So let's do the, let's do this one. And I am going to do, I already have this one set up, Gale, as pretty much a latte, so I'm going to do that. that particular profile. I programmed that the other day. I was messing with it. Choose your drink. It's going to grind for 28 seconds, going to brew for 30 seconds, and then it's going to take the milk to 160 degrees. I've programmed all of that in there. The first noise you heard was the grinding, and then the last of that at the end was the tamping. So that's ready to go, as you can see. Now, this is only going to brew for 30 seconds. So I'm going to start the milk first because it's going to take longer. You can do both at the same time, and when it gets to be about 145 or so, then I'm going to start the brew. Here we go. Done. Swing this up. The only thing you really want to do, for sure, you want to wipe this off. Like I was saying earlier, make sure you get it good and clean, and then if you push it down, it's going to opt to clean itself. And then really, there's the foam. Really, all you have to do is put the two together, and you have the capability of doing art. That doesn't mean I'm going to do art. The capability is there. Just saying. Oh, it's a heart. Okay, so there's the two drinks. This, of course, could have been fuller. This is just the way I happen to make it. The shot and the milk and everything is totally different on the Breville than it is on the super automatic Avante. Much more full-bodied, the milk is creamier, and that's because you're brewing in a different fashion. I'm just telling it like it is. This is brewing with a traditional portafilter, more coffee, like I said, around 17, 18 grams versus 10 grams over here. So if you actually brew the same amount of volume in the cup, which would be about 2 ounces or so for a double, it is going to be watered down more than the Breville. But we wanted to do the comparison to show you, because this really is approaching a super automatic. It's getting right up there. So that's the Avante from Seiko, the Breville One Touch, or not One Touch, the Touch. One Touch is a whole nother ball of wax. Check them out on our website. Thanks a lot for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for more videos featuring both of these machines.